Here is everything, and I mean everything, you need to know for AQA Language Paper 2. You have 1 hour 45 minutes to do this exam, just like you did for Language Paper 1. However, plot twist is Language Paper 2, so you actually have 2 extracts to read. But AQA doesn't give you any extra time to read that extra extract. The timings are so tight. So this basically means that our timings are even tighter than they were for Language Paper 1. We've got to be on it. The rule, however, stays the same, 1 minute per mark. So it just means we need to speed up on our reading time a little bit. My favorite fun fact, if you get 100% in question 4 and 5, but you run out of time, so you don't do question 1, 2, and 3, according to last year's grade boundaries, you will still get a grade 8. However, if you switch that around and you get 100% in question 1, 2, and 3, but you run out of time, so you don't get to do question 4 and 5, according to last year's grade boundaries, the highest you can get is a grade 2. Timings are very important. So once again, just like Language Paper 1, we are going to walk into the exam, and the first thing we're going to do is question 5. And the reason why we're going to do question 5 first is because it is worth 40 marks. It is worth half the marks of the whole paper. So we want to make sure we're doing it when we're not running out of time, we're not under pressure, we're not tired, we are fresh, and we're going to spend 45 minutes on it, and we're going to do an amazing job. This question 5 is a little bit different to Paper 1 question 5 though, and if I'm honest, it's a little bit harder because this time we're not describing a picture or writing a story, you are doing transactional writing. And this means you are writing to persuade or to argue your point of view, and you're writing a letter or a speech or an article. I am going to make a whole video on how to get full marks in Paper 2 question 5, but just remember the mark scheme essentially is exactly the same as it is for Paper 1. So the examiner is still looking for those same core ingredients. Are you using a mixture of long and short sentences? Are you using a mixture of long and short paragraphs, including a one-line paragraph? Are you using loads of language devices like similes, metaphors, rhetorical questions, rule of 3, and things like statistics? Are you using sophisticated vocabulary? Are you using 5 different types of punctuation marks? So you are still looking for those same ingredients to try and do really well in this question. Right, 45 minutes are over. I'm ready to move on and read the extracts. Remember, I have 2 extracts and one of them is from the olden days. So it's going to be difficult to understand. Don't panic. If you don't understand it, then the chances are most of the children around the country also do not understand it. You do not need to understand every single word. You don't even need to understand every single sentence. If you can figure out the gist of what is going on in both extracts, including the olden days one, stop after every few sentences, active reading we call it, so you're asking yourself questions as you are going, you will be fine. Okay, because we don't need to write about every single word and every single sentence. We're only going to pick out a couple of quotes anyway. Okay, time for question 1. Question 1 is lovely. It is 4 marks, 5 minutes.